Howdy, my name's Peyton Ashley. I'm going to be, for my story map, going to be doing the rise of monotheism in a polytheistic world. For this, I have currently only gotten a rough outline of what I'm wanting to do, on top of also sources to go with the information that I'm wanting to discuss. For this introductory overview, I'm going to start off with it. This overview is specifically going to be what is monotheism, which is where I get to talk about what it means to be a monotheistic religion compared to a polytheistic religion. Things like having one deity, and just the other characteristics that are pretty universal between the different monotheistic religions. And then going from there, I'm wanting to continue in with what are the three main religions that we still see today. These are Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. And with these three, I am wanting to specifically talk about the area of origin that each of these had. Some are about the same time, others are a little bit further down the future road, such as Christianity, but I'm still wanting to discuss the area of origin because I feel like they are very important to what has came of the religions. And then, on top of this, I plan on talking about the similarities and differences that each of the three religions have with each other. Specifically, I want to be able to discuss the things that each of them have in common, whether it's about their mentions of things like Jesus, but also their differences in views, ideologies, things like that, where it could be kind of similar but doesn't quite match up. And then I'm wanting to go over the different religions, specifically with their ideologies, and just a breakdown of like key components that make the religion the way that it is. And then from there, I'm wanting to talk about the movements, migratory, whether it's push and pull factors or other things that just determined where they went, what they did, just lifestyles type of stuff for each of the three cultures that surrounded the three religions. Through this, I plan on discussing how these religions continued to spread to where it is now the most predominant religions and the top three religions in the world. And then I'm also wanting to discuss some other like little monotheistic religions that have been around, whether they were around when these other three came around or if they are still around today, even if it's a minor religion. One of these I am hoping to be able to dive more into is Zoroastrianism, I think is how it's pronounced. And it's a monotheistic religion that came around about the time of Abram or Abraham, which both all three religions discuss. And I'm wanting to talk about Zoroastrianism as a religion and just how it could have influenced the creation of these others, the stories that each of the religions discuss, things like that. On top of that, I'm wanting to also just put a reflection on both these small religions that are not the big picture type of thing, very minor religion now, but reflect on those in comparison to what the big top three monotheistic religions are now. On top of this, for my citations, which is what I've got most of my information from so far, is just a variety of different stuff. Each of them, even though there isn't a whole ton, each of them went really far in depth with just the different topics that I wanted. For instance, the Bible, especially Old Testament, I have found a lot that is both from that talks about the movements of Christianity, but also the movement of the Jews, the Israelites, as the world has progressed, things like that, especially with the Old Testament. It discussed a ton about that. And so a lot of my sources are from there. Additionally, I found some other sources that compare Islam to Judaism, Judaism to Christianity, things like that. Additionally, I found another source that talked about Islam and their migratory stuff, and just stuff like that that I have currently. A lot of it is just one citation for each section, but I'm looking to find even more. Thank you.